Yeah, it feels great to be preparing, for a game week. I think we've done a great job, in handling what's in front of us, and today's no different, man. We got a practice coming up. Looking forward to getting better at practice and taking it day by day.
Now that it's here for real, not individually, but as a team, what were you most impressed with how you handled camp and moving into this moment as a team?
Yeah, I just think overall the way that we performed, the way we worked, the competition aspect of how we, got better each and every day at practice. Defense making plays, offense making plays. You saw a lot of young guys out there getting reps and kind of getting acclimated to the NFL game. So I thought we accomplished a lot throughout camp, but now it's time to see exactly what that is. And so really looking forward to this week and looking forward to today's practice.
We've talked about your opportunity before, but now it's for real. It's a game week. So how does this opportunity feel for you in this Chip Kelly offense with this Raiders team?
Feels great. Like I said, I'm blessed to be here, blessed to be in this position, thankful to be a part of this organization. But now it's about winning, and, I look forward to going out there with my teammates and getting that done.
What's it been like working with the Murray Cougars so far?
He's been awesome, man. Always been a big fan of Amari's, just from watching him, when he was in high school at Northwestern, all the great things he did at Alabama, and then just, the tremendous player he's been in the NFL. And so when I get a chance to, compete with a guy like that and get to work with him, I have a fan admiration aspect to that. And, really just he's a great player. He's still the same guy, still got juice, still can play. And he's a guy who we're going to look forward to, taking advantage of when we get the matchups.
He mentions you and you South Florida guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what does that mean to you?
Means everything, man. I know, his family is back home going to be watching. My family's back home is going to be watching, and we expect to go out there and do great things. So the entire South Florida can be happy with our work.
New names on that Patriot defense this year. How do you go about looking at the tape, looking at things that they've done, new pieces that have been brought?
Man, scouting them all. It's week one. We can go off of, some of the things they've done in the past, but as we all know, they can do anything they want. They can call any defense, any scheme, and it's up to us to go out there and adjust to it. So, I've been watching all of them, man. The starters, the backups, just trying to get a feel for all the guys, and also just, watching some of the stuff they did in the past to try and see, if some of it will correlate. Obviously, we got to see what we get on game day. That's the most important thing, but, I've been studying those guys.
You got a couple rookies starting day one, Ashton and Dante. What are you expecting from those guys?
The same as we've seen, for them to get better with each and every rep, for them to go out there and showcase the ability that they have as well as the hard work that they're putting in, but to also go out there and be themselves, man. We expect great things from those guys. We got a lot of rookies on this team that are going to be, called upon, and so they've been doing a great job so far. All they got to do is just keep doing what they're doing, and we should be fine.
As a quarterback, how difficult is it to get on the same page with a rookie wide receiver? And Dante, we're starting to see you connect with him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a rookie or a veteran. It takes reps, and all of us, we have to learn each other. And so, Dante's done a tremendous job at being available as well as, working hard. And he's asking the right questions. He's made so many plays throughout camp, made that great play, against the Cardinals. And there's a lot that we expect of him, but we got to manage those expectations, and we really got to focus on the work, the day-to-day work. And so developing guys like that, it's about the process over the results. And so we want to make sure that he's getting better each day.
In your experience in season openers, what's usually the level of surprise when you get on the field like, okay, this wasn't exactly what we thought was going to happen? And how much do you kind of like that chess game of making those in-game adjustments?
Yeah, I mean, that's week to week in this league, man. There's some great D coordinators, great head coaches, great players. And so there's always going to be change-ups. There's always going to be little nuances to their game plan, and we've got to adjust to it. We got to make decisions on the fly, and that's why I'm here, to make those decisions. But, yeah, I mean, it could be 100% of what you're seeing. It could be, 0% of what you're seeing. It's all about what you get on game day. And so we'll study them and prepare for the guys to be out there and adjust when we need to.
What are the characteristics that this team needs to contend and compete week to week?
Yeah. Well, we need to work hard, and that's on a day-to-day basis in practice. We got to get better throughout the year, and so that speaks to our hard work. And we got to be tough, man. We got to be a tough, scrappy team. We got to go out there no matter who we play. It's a championship week, championship game, and we got to have the right approach, which I think we have. We have the right leaders in this locker room and on this team, but we also got to go out there and we got to be productive. That's the main thing. The game gets won between the lines whenever we play, and so we got to go out there and make the plays when they need to be made.
You've now played in front of Raider Nation a few times in the preseason game, open practices, the mock game. You've been on a few teams, but compared to the other fan bases that you play for, what makes Raider Nation just so different or special in your opinion?
In my opinion, man, historic, man. Like, you think about the Raider logo, silver and black, Raider Nation. You think about history, man. Just the history of the NFL is not there without the Raiders, and it's a big part of the international fan base, right? The people who don't live in America, they see that logo, they recognize it. So to me, it's about history, but it's also about going out there and playing with pride. There's a lot of great players, a lot of great coaches who have also worn the silver and black, and so I take great pride in that. And so I want to make sure I go out there and put the right things on tape so that they can all be proud of me.
With the players that you have around you in this offense led by Chip Kelly, do you get a sense of you don't have to do too much, you can just kind of let the game come to you?
Yeah, that's exactly my game. Just do the right thing, make the right decisions, get the ball out of my hands in rhythm, on time, and accurately, and let the playmakers do their jobs. My job is to get us to the right play and then make the right decision. So as long as I'm doing that with the guys around me, we should be fine.
You're at this age of your career. How excited do you get for a guy like Ashton Geno who's making his debut, and how do you kind of maybe counsel him on not making too much out of this one game?
Yeah, I'm so excited for him. Not just this one game. Obviously, it's our most important game, but just as he grows throughout his career, throughout the season, all the experiences. I can think back and being a rookie, and there's a lot of things that you don't know and you have to experience in order to gain that knowledge that you need. So for me, I try to help him as much as I can, but there's things that he's just got to learn through experience, and I look forward to really helping him and guiding him through that.
How does this opener in your first year with the new team compare to other ones that you've experienced?
Oh, man, it feels like my first day, my first game in the NFL. It's always so special to me running out that tunnel with my teammates, got the logo, the Raider logo on, and just looking up and just kind of, thinking about, what it took to get here. There's always that moment of, gratifying moment of just like, hey, man, you're 13, but then, get right back to work, and so very thankful, very blessed to be in this position, but looking forward to, going out there and producing.
Coach Carroll had mentioned that this group is made up of a bunch of guys with chips on their shoulders. Do you feel that when you're out there, and how do you think that's going to translate?
Yeah, and we want to continue to build that. We don't ever want that chip on your shoulder to leave. I'll always have that for the remainder of my life. I was born with it, and we got a lot of guys on this team exactly like that. So yeah, we want to be that team with something to prove, and I think we have a lot of reasons to have something to prove. So looking forward to, like I said, going out and competing, and we got the right guys. So we'll be ready.
All right, you guys all set? Cool. Thanks, Geno.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.